Okay, hello and welcome back everyone. Today I'm Gateron KBC, and what I have in front of me is the N Pro 2 keyboard, which has been hyped up by people all over this like mechanical keyboard scene essentially as like a nice Bluetooth usable keyboard essentially. I bought this thing which was essentially new in box, just open, and it is pretty much new, nothing worn out, nothing scratched at all. And I'm deciding to sell this thing because I do not like this. And let me go tell you why. So you get this box which is pretty plain actually, to be honest. Yeah, this is a standard box with this stuff over here. It's pretty much like the poker LE that I used to have, but just a bit more updated, I'd say. Open the box up to this, flip it over, you get this. Yeah, so you get this like keyboard foam packaging thingy, and then you get this like super nice cable which is rubber, but because it's rubber I do not use this cable because with a PC, yeah, you're supposed to have like a cable running under the table, and on the like bit where the cable goes into the PC, into the table, that will like essentially hang on this thing, so it's gonna be sticky. And because it's sticky, it actually like holds onto the small like lip like over here, yeah, essentially, if you can actually see. It's like one of these like small holes over here, and that thing will hang and get stuck, and I do not like that, so I'm gonna have like a tug of war with one of these cables, and that in the long term will end up tearing the cable, and I do not want that to tear out. So this thing's been here in the box like it came in, and you also have this manual which is actually quite good, to be honest, yeah, not a rubbish manual. And you have these keycaps that I have not used at all, these like colorful modifiers, and you also get this keycap puller, which is good, nice in the hand, but this thing will not help you when you're trying to open up the longer keys like the space bar, the shift, the enter, or the backspace, or the other shift. So let me go put everything back in the box, yeah, and close the box up. Let me go make sure I did not skip anything. I did not. Okay, nice. So let me go push this stuff all back in the box, just like this, yeah, and flip the box in. Okay, we are. Oh shit! I forgot to put the like foam thingy back there. And go pull this thing up. Okay. And close the box. Then I put the box away and talk about the keyboard. So this keyboard is a 60% keyboard, like my other 60%s, which are like the KB Paradise V60s right here. Yeah. So I have been using the KB Paradise V60s and they actually feel quite good. But this thing is different. So with this you actually have like this different shape essentially. It's not like what I'm used to. I'm used to like the Vortex series VX5, and I do not like this like slanted profile. Even this is a bit more slanted than the KB Paradise V60 original case. I usually like to use this, which is the Vortex series VX5 mechanical keyboard case on a Foca Alps KB Paradise V60 with some, what you call these things, PBT keycaps from some Taihao keyboard. So this feels nice for me because it's a bit more flat. Even though the lip in the front starts a bit higher, it actually ends up around the same height as the normal keyboards. So that's why I like this thing, it's a bit more flat. This in the other hand is a bit more slanted, which I'm not really much used to. And it also comes with OEM keycaps. I do not like OEM keycaps. I like Cherry MX keycaps, Cherry MX style keycaps, which means like the more flat, short style, a lot more, because they actually feel better in the hand. They're actually a bit more short than this thing. So even though this thing actually sits quite low in the case, it feels quite high because of the fact that the keycaps are a bit higher. And for the switches, there are Gateron Reds, which sound like shit, yeah. but they're actually quite smooth aside from a few scratchy switches. Wait, this thing had a scratch, no? Okay, that sounds gone, but they still do not feel like anything too expensive, yeah? The stabilizer on the other hand is quite a different story, yeah? So the stabilizer are quite good. This thing I believe I have not looked from the factory, yeah? Because this thing's pretty much been stocked from the factory. I have not fiddled with it at all. These things are stock and they do have some loop, but not a lot. Not like flooding amounts of loop, yeah? So they do sound quite good actually, you see? Like, some rattle but not a ton, which is acceptable enough for a stock keyboard. This thing costs like 1 million rupiah new, which is like, I don't know, 60 something dollars, $70. And I'd say it's worth the price if you actually want to buy one of these, yeah. This thing also has Bluetooth, so that means that you can have like this on-off switch. And then this keyboard essentially is on. And you can use it like this with any device. You can set the device in 1, 2, 3 or 4 over here, yeah. Or turn this thing off because my PC has no Bluetooth now. It only has like Bluetooth 2 or 3 or something like that, yeah. And this thing doesn't want to connect to my Bluetooth dongle. And here we go, this thing's on. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the Ellen Pro 2. Standard switches, nothing interesting, nothing hot swap, nothing crazy as heck. Just a normal usable keyboard. So let me go push this thing down essentially, yeah. My man, photos like jittery as hell. That's probably why you don't want to buy a 30-year-old what you call this thing? Tripod. So let's see, is it still in focus? Push my hand off the keyboard. It is still in focus. Okay, nice. So let's turn the monitor back on. And let me give you a nice typing test for 60 seconds with English. So let's see. .62 WPM. These switches do not inspire confidence in me because they're quite light and it's easy to like press the other key beside it, which is essentially the same problem as with the Cherry MX Reds, which I think is okay enough if you want to game, but I think 60% keyboards are not supposed to be for gaming. Like, you have no arrow keys. I mean, you can do FPS gaming, yeah, which is like CSGO and stuff like that, but honestly, I'd rather have this Fuka KB Paradise V60 with clicky Alps. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. Thank you for watching, hope you liked it, and yeah, goodbye. Have a nice day.